Mic test, mic test. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another Buddy Bison stream. So from now on, in the foreseeable future, we're going to be playing Issei Lacrimosa of Dana. So this is a game that was released a few years ago, but earlier this year it released. It got like an updated port, or maybe it got patched essentially, because the original port was a bit unstable, but I played it. It was still a fun game, but it crashed a few times on me, and that made it, a bit, But it was still a really fun game, and I wanted to play it again. New Game Plus, this time. Weird. So, just a little bit about this game. It's also published by Neon Falcom, which are the people that do Trails of Cold Steel and stuff. Except, whereas that's a turn-based RPG or JRPG, this is more like an action JRPG. So it's going to be a bit interesting because there's a lot less time to sit and think and talk it out. So hopefully I'll be able to do a good job of playing this. Not going to sit here and talk all day, but I do want to just make it clear that this is one of those kinds of games where if I click out of the window, it pauses the game. It has a windowed mode, but it still pauses the game, which is kind of annoying. So if I have to talk to you or I have to move out and do stuff, then unfortunately I'm not going to be able to keep it up. So excuse me while I actually get something to make sure that it works. So clip that. Right now I'm just testing out the clip functionality. Yeah, it doesn't. So as I was talking last stream, you have to every time you do a clip, you have to do it again. You have to add the button again, and I believe it's also at the start of every stream you have to do it, which is also kind of annoying. But regardless, that's what's going to be going on. So with that, I think I've taken care of all the intro stuff, and should be able to just kind of play the game. So hopefully this game, because it's not like a short game, it took me about 40 hours to beat, and that was casually. So this is on stream, might take things a bit slower, talk a bit more. God damn it! the legs on my chair, like underneath it, the rolling chair, they were faced in a not fun direction, so I wanted to move it, but it was not having it. It did not like going left. It wanted to go right at all costs. So, as you can see, clear data, true ending, normal, level 83, but I did also grind some. So I'll load it, transfer your data, and start from the beginning. Start from the final battle of Chapter 6. So I'm going to do this. Starting a second playthrough, reset your DLC items. You may retrieve these items again by selecting the DLC tab from the item screen in the camp menu. So, going to do these. Enemies become much stronger and drop 3 times as many items. Transfer data where it will reflect this difficulty. So, the thing is, I don't want to do this Infinity mode just because what's going to happen is I like to, as I've stated several times. Am I fair enough? Okay. I thought the lighting was a bit weird. Is I like to play games on stream at normal difficulty just because it makes the flow through a bit faster / easier. This game will probably last me for a while. And if you want to vote for the next game, I have re-put up a ballot. If you just mouse over the player and vote, you can. There are only 3 games this time because I felt like 4 almost like gave too much option. It made it so each game could have a small amount of votes, whereas like having a couple gives it, or having 3 gives it a bit more concentration. But so yeah, I'm gonna do this, and I am. I'm probably, so the thing is, these are just insane. I'm definitely not going to be playing easy. I'm just going to be playing on normal, even though I'm on New Game Plus, because I like giving the honest, like experience of like, oh, if you're just starting this game, you can. But the interesting thing about Ys is, we are not the tools of any higher power. Each of us is the very embodiment of free will. So, as opposed to a lot of... okay, I'm going to have to talk about it. Even so, there comes a time in every man's life when he must answer a call to destiny beyond human understanding. How you respond when that moment strikes you? Truly, nothing is more awe-inspiring than one who unceasingly pushing himself towards things beyond will. I had hoped to embody such an ideal myself. Even now, many decades later, my awe for her remains unwavering. Adal Kristen, Preface to Travelogue of the Gate Sea, or Gate Sea. It's interesting because that's very eloquent, and Adal doesn't speak, like at all, which is great. The Isle of Saren. So the interesting thing about Ys is each game is kind of like an isolated story where you can play. Like Ys 8 is my first Ys game. I didn't play any others. I plan to play some of the others eventually, but this was my first one, and so far it's the only one I've played, and I was still able to enjoy it. And the reason is, the only tie-throughs are certain characters that may reoccur, which is fine, but they don't play like a big plot relevance in games that aren't theirs, and Adal and his friend, I forget his name, passenger liner Lombardia, are the only tie-throughs. Adal is like always the main character except for Ys Origin. And that's basically it. And he's silent and always gets like power scaled back to beginner level shit at the start of every game. So it's like, oh man, like, oh, look at my super endgame weapons. How nice. Perfect to learn how to play the game with. And now, Adal Kristen. Now I'm just going to kick you down, take all your shit, and then you're going to have a broken sword to play with.
You're taking a break too?
Yes, and they have some pretty...
Ooh, what a nice breeze.
Yeah. I forget what the auto... Dogie! or Doggy, because he's a good boy.
Wouldn't believe how suffocating. Gotta say,
Oh, fuck.
Awfully nice
There we go.
to let us hitch a ride to Arisia in exchange for work.
It's unfortunate, but I was not
They got me
able...
moving cargo around, and you helping out as a sailor on this voyage.
Yeah, so they're just talking about, oh yeah, we're going someplace, we're on a boat. So unfortunately, I didn't know. Like, that is one thing I like about standard JRPGs a lot of the time, where it'll have okay, on the text box at the bottom, it will have press button to select auto, press button to see the log of the talking in case you miss something. Like, do all these. This game doesn't really have that because it's more action oriented. It'll go from cutscene to combat pretty quickly, while I believe still in engine. So it's not. It's a bit harder for them to do that kind of thing.
And they're even paying and feeding us too. Pretty sweet deal if you ask me.
And this, I'm pretty sure the voice actor for Dogi is also the voice actor for Vulcan in Cold Steel 1 and 2. Whoever that guy is. Yeah, and then sometimes you'll basically get these text prompts as Adol, which will basically almost always lead to the same ending in terms of, like, conversation flow. So they don't really mean much. It's just like, what kind of spin do you want to put on it? Like, do we need to thank the captain for, basically hiring us for a free journey? Or do you think we should just, like, say, oh, we should save up money while we can while we're on this journey? I think we should thank the captain. Yeah.
Man, that Captain Barbaros. He looks intimidating, but he's a good man. Dependable, too. Thanks to him, we'll be able to hit the next stop on our journey once we dock.
Yeah. And so basically...
I'm a little sad we gotta say goodbye to Xandria.
So basically, Adol is an adventurer. Like, he's a traveler. He just does that. Like, that's his thing. And everyone is like, that's weird. You're a weird guy for just traveling and being an adventurer. Like, that's not normal. That's not a normal profession. So he just travels all around the world, and because he visits different countries, different cities, and all these things, it's able to be kind of almost episodic, where it's like, okay, we don't need you to understand the rest of the story, unlike kind of the Trails games, where it's like, this is all interconnected. If you don't even have a base understanding of, like, some of the other games, you're gonna have trouble or not understand the significance or relevance of certain lines of dialogue or certain events. Like, so like Oliver and Olivier, like, they're the same person, but you're introduced to him in Sky in the first games. So then when you interact more with him in Cold Steel, it means a lot more. That kind of thing. This game has that slightly, but not nearly as much. Where it's like, I don't know what Xandria is. I know it's a country, but I didn't play the game that took place in there. But it doesn't really matter, because it's not going to come up again.
But there's no time to be moping when adventure's waiting for us. I'm looking forward to it, buddy.
Adventure! Prologue. Night on the Gaete Sea. Gate Sea? Gaet Sea? Goat Sea?
So, Adam, what is our next stop anyway? Once we dock in Sunyan, Greek is just around the bend.
Greek. Wherever the wind may take us.
What, are you a poet now? Or are you trying to talk like Luta? If you ask me, I would have preferred heading west, along the coast of Africa.
Africa.
Whoa. Are you guys voyaging to Altago?
Ah, Cathu.
Cathu. Not Matthew. Cathu. Cathu. He doesn't have a last name. Only Adol gets last name.
You bet we are. Adol has always been looking for a way to get to Altago.
Unbelievable. You do know about the conflict between the Kingdom of Altago and the Roman Empire, don't you?
So I do kind of like how what they do in, this game is it's very much based presumably in, like, Europe, Mediterranean area, and they always change, like, to kind of give you an idea if you don't play the games of, like, okay, here's about what it's going. It's like, oh, the Roman Empire instead of Roman. So you're still like, okay, I kind of get what it's going for. Even if I haven't played the game, I can presume that it's similar in structure ideals and other things.
Roman Navy vessels are pretty much the only ships that can enter that region of the sea. I heard that you're an adventurer. That just seems reckless.
Reckless!
Yeah, well, there's never a dull moment when I'm tagging along with this guy. Adel can't walk more than 3 steps without stepping in some kind of adventure.
Is that what you call shit, Dogie?
What do you say, Cathy? You like tagging along too?
Thanks, but I'll pass.
Just
Anyway,
inviting a guy on your
time's
adventure.
almost over. Doki, I need you to get back to work in the cargo hold.
Back on the clock already, huh? No problem. I'll head down right now. Catch you later, Adol.
So, I can't decide it. Like, I'm pretty sure this is definitively. I can't say definitively. I'm trying to figure out which, like, engine this game was made in by Nihon Falcom, because I can't tell if it was made in the same engine as Cold Steel 2 or Cold Steel 3. Like, it's it's hard for me to tell. I'm more tempted to say the Cold Steel Engine 3 game, or Cold Steel 3 engine, but it's like a bit earlier, like it isn't the first game they made in it, so it's a bit rougher. Or it's the engine, but because they're going for more action, they had to tone down on certain things. What should I do?
You've already learned the basics of keeping a lookout. Please go see Captain Barbaros.
Will do.
He told me to send you to his quarters once your job was finished. The captain's quarters can be found at the quarter deck, near the stern of the ship.
Man, you're acting like I know what a stern is. Luckily, you're very nice and point me there. So this is how it goes. So R2 opens quick use like menu. So I'm just gonna do this. Might as well, right? Because there's no reason not to, right? So in this game, there's like a crafting system. So you got common materials, rare materials. Then you got medicines, which they specify between liquid and solid because liquid is generally better, as far as I understand. And but to make them, you need bottles. Solid is fine, but it's whatever. So the Tempest Elixir just gives you straight up another level, which is pretty awesome. So this is what you do when you... This is what happens when you hit Start. This is the camp menu, if you remember that being mentioned. This is the item menu. L2 and R2 both do this. L1 is basically the run menu. Or, I say run menu. It's the run button. Hey, Adol!
Hey!
The Great Sea has always been a popular maritime trade route, which is why it's so full of pirates looking to steal cargo. Lombardia may be a passenger liner, but she got some nice cannons just in case we gotta defend ourselves. Nothing's more important than keeping our passengers safe. Like you're able to run and sprint, which is nice, and then you're able to jump while sprinting. L1 is pretty important just because it's also, like, as you can see, it's the roll dodge. But I do kind of like how they mixed the roll dodge into the sprint button, where it's like, oh, I'm going to roll, and then because I roll, I somehow picked up speed to just seamlessly kind of go into a sprint. Whereas other games, it might make it look kind of janky when you hold the button to go from walk to sprint, and it's like, oh, okay. It makes it look kind of weird. Whereas this one, by putting an in-between animation of the roll, it can make it look a bit more seamless and kind of more actiony. So talk to Nun. What a perfect day for a voyage. Truly, this is a gift from the Almighty. Would you like to join me in prayer? The church offers guidance to all who need it. Would you like to join me in prayer? No. Fuck the church. Sailing away on the kite sea.
Hello.
Oh, hey, Adol. Still keeping watch? Oh, you're looking for the captain. You should already know that the captain's quarters are near the stern. Bless me. Oh. No. I'm Cathy. We won't be seeing land again for a while. It's a bittersweet feeling, really. But I'm happy to have you aboard helping us out, Adol. Anyway, you really should go see Captain Barbaros. Captain's quarters are located at the quarterdeck near the stern of the ship. In case you don't know what the stern is, talk to Well-Dressed Boy. I thought accompanying my father on this business trip would be more interesting. Instead, I watched a bunch of grown men suck up to each other. It was pathetic. What a waste of time. Yo. Talk to Green-Haired Man. What a massive ship. Been a while since I was on one this big. I wanted to hit the head, but I took a wrong turn somewhere. Too bad this ain't my ship, or I'd just whiz off the deck. And come over here. I have an important passenger staying in this room. The captain has instructed me not to let anyone inside. If you're looking around this ship, you might want to look somewhere else. Will do, jolly sailor.
Bearing northeast. Engage!
Man, you gotta love this. You gotta love this steering wheel that has. I guess that actually makes a lot of sense, because I never really thought of how steering wheels actually worked in terms of tiller movement. So I guess this makes sense. Oh yeah, and there's a mini map at the bottom left, which is pretty nice. I do find it interesting how it's oblong, it's not a circle. Whatever. Looks like we've got clear skies and calm waters ahead of us. I gotta say, it's unusual for a voyage to go this smoothly. Maybe you and Doggy are good luck charms. Talk to a mercantile woman. The Lombardi has a pretty nice ship. It's more expensive than the ships I usually take, but I'm not taking any chances. A big business negotiation is waiting for me at Sonian. I'm closing this deal no matter what. Money! Hello! I am Adol. I opened this door.
Adol. Thank you for coming. Please, have a seat.
Your massive chest belies your not too deep voice. Little did you know I drank that entire bottle myself right before you came in. And that bottle over there, too.
As I recall, you introduced yourself to me as an adventurer. Tell me, do you know of the Isle of Saren?
Yes, I do. I've heard of it.
Very
In fact, I've defeated it.
The Gatis Sea is home to many
Gate.
islands, as you're no doubt aware.
The Gatis Sea.
She's a treacherous sea to navigate. More ships than I can count have run afoul of her jagged islands.
Jagged.
The Isle of Saren has a particularly fearsome reputation. For you see, every ship that approaches the island sinks by some mysterious happenstance.
Where is this island located?
The ship is en route to the island's surrounding waters as we speak.
Man, this sounds like a good idea.
That being said, I intend to keep us a safe distance from the island. About 5 years ago, a Roman vessel conducting an exploratory voyage approached the island.
Exploratory?
It was calm that day, and ran afoul of nothing. Yet I heard it was pulled under all the same. Grecian mythology speaks of monsters called Sirens, which lure ships to their doom.
Instead of sirens, it's sirens.
Those who first discovered that island declared it cursed ground, and named it accordingly.
Excuse me while I put my fingers underneath my chin and don't grab it, because geometry. What's the island itself like? Is there any way to go ashore? Ah, adventure!
I didn't expect you to ask that. Unfortunately, no one alive knows the answer to that question. The unlucky ones who have set foot on the island were never seen or heard from again.
Damn it!
Even the saltiest sailors to voyage the Gatis Sea will tell you nothing about the island.
Ah, well that sucks. That's unfortunate. I'd at least like to see it.
I cannot approach the island, but when we pass by it, I will let you know. It seems my tale did not but stoke the fires of your adventurous spirit.
The fires of passion burn deeply in my adventurous soul.
I share this tale with every new member of my crew. When I first told Cathy, he was so frightened that he refused to leave his quarters.
Man, sounds like a shitty worker.
I see you're made of sterner stuff than he, lad.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate your compliment. I like how his response was, as though either one would change it.
Keep you so long. I have a favor to ask you. I insist on holding a small welcome party whenever new passengers come aboard. I want you to attend the party and provide security.
You're gonna murk anyone who seems sus. What? Are you worried about something?
Don't worry. I'm merely being cautious. As captain, it's my responsibility to ensure that every passenger aboard my ship is safe. Please, speak to Cathy for the details about your assignment. I know you won't let me down.
I would never let you down, Captain. Oh, Captain, my Captain. Oh, Captain, my Captain. Oh, Captain, my Captain. Man, you gotta love a ship that has an organ on it. Hey, look at this guy, come on. Good evening, passengers.
I'm Captain Barbaros. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank you for choosing the Lombardia for your seafaring needs.
Excuse me while my chin clips into my handkerchief.
With 4 masts, and at 50 melia in length.
Melia?
This vessel is the largest of the passenger ships that voyage between Xandria and Arisia.
Alright, Adol. Since you're providing security, let's go over your responsibilities. I need you to patrol the passenger compartment and the main deck. Keep a close watch for any passengers who seem suspicious or dangerous. How long do you want me to patrol? Until it is done. Let me think. Just patrol until I give you the go-ahead to stop. If you see any interesting guests, feel free to chat them up. Maybe you get laid. But don't forget that these people are our guests, so please be respectful toward them and use a condom. Aye, aye, sir. Fuck yeah! I'm gonna patrol the shit out of this ship! Well, aren't you enthusiastic? Anyway, it looks like the captain's almost done with his speech. I'll do my part and start patrolling the cargo hold. We'll meet up later, Adol. Excuse me while I walk slowly away. Anyway, that's enough out of me. Please feel free to mix and mingle among yourselves as we continue on our voyage. I bid you all a wonderful evening. Clap, 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 clap. This is a fucking big ship if you can have a 3-story party parlor. Like, look at this. Look at the size of this, like, room. And this is in a ship. Okay. Look at this organ. Dude, you guys want to see me drop some sick beats? Hello, douchebag.
Oh, I'm just the definition of mediocre. You there? What are you just standing there for? You should be bringing me a fine meal. I'd heard this was a fine passenger vessel, but it fairly reeks of the lower class. Why, you should be standing there. You should be honored by the opportunity to serve me. Bring me a meal worthy of my refined palate.
Fucker. I'm sure you already know, but I'm only allowed to serve drinks to passengers right now. I'm sure there'll be plenty of alcohol left over though. Once we're done working, we'll toss back a few like we always do.
Yeah.
Oh, Adol, patrol duty, huh? It don't happen too often, but somehow we get stowaway. Anyway, you be out tonight. I can't believe how worked up these stupid adults are getting over a party. Oh, this is boring me to sleep. Maybe I'll explore the cargo hold. Bore me to sleep. Maybe I'll explore the cargo. So one thing about this game is a bit different than like Cold Steel. Would be like generally the first and second talk to a person will be different. This one it's kind of more repetition of the last line or two, just to make sure you, if you miss the gist of the conversation, you can still get a bit. Gruff looking man. Good thing I made on board, but where the hell is that damn fool? If I'd known this was gonna happen, I would have arranged to meet up beforehand. No time to be lounging around. Need something from me, sailor? No? Then beat it.
Looks like we're supposed to eat while standing. I assume this means we can eat as much as we want. Time to eat, eat, eat till I make back the ticket price. Money! I like money! As you can see, there are people from all walks of life aboard the Lombardia. You can tell who the big shots are by how fancy they're dressed. This ship accepts all passengers, though. Hello, unassuming old lady. In all my years, I never thought I would get to travel aboard such a magnificent ship, and the food is simply to die for. I have nothing but praise to offer.
Let's check here. Hey, how's it going, World Pay? I haven't talked to you. I'm doing good. How's it been? You know what?
Yay! That turned out great.
There you go. You got Toa voice line, just all to yourself. Good on you, man. Boom. Let's pop these on. Let's pop on some New Game Plus equipment. Woo! I forget. There you go. Ooh, costume. Silver armor. Cool. He's a sailor. Don't know what that means. Okay, just wanted to do that for fun. Let's save while I'm here. And it saves real fast. Yeah, well, but how's it going, my man? Yeah, I finished up Disgaea 5 last stream, so I figured I would start this game. Because, you know, it's another Neon Falcon game, and, you know, figured might as well play it. Come, man! Cheers to a wonderful night! Haha, this claret is quite delicious. There's nothing like a bit of a nip to round out a hard day's work. Thanks to my husband, we enjoyed a very nice trip abroad, and now we're heading home on this marvelous ship. I feel like the luckiest girl in all of Aricia. No more Disgaea? Nah, sorry, cutesy cat. Finished it last week. If a new game comes out, if like Disgaea 3 or Disgaea 4 or Disgaea D2, like complete, like the PC versions come out, then I'll play them again. But I don't really feel the want to play the 1 and 2 PC versions because I already played those for my YouTube channel. So feel free to go back and watch those. But until another Disgaea game comes out, then I'm probably not going to be playing them. So figure might as well just kind of move through, because Issei was also the game that the chat voted for the next stream game. So if you guys are interested in voting for the next one, I have 3 new games up. If you just want to mouse over the chat, go to Twitch Picks and then, you know, vote for the next game I play.
Let's go.
Adventure awaits, let's go! I admit I was a little nervous about traveling by ship. We had a lovely trip and my wife looks so happy right now, so it was all worth it. I hope this feeling lasts forever. I'm gonna set up all the flags. Foppish, young man! Sharing a feast with commoners is more pleasant than I had expected. This blending of unconventional elements has all the makings of a masterpiece. Ah, yes, I understand now. There is more to the Lombardia than meets the eye. Ah, yes, I'm foppish. I am a butler. I am like Celestin. I have never seen my mistress look so surprised before. As a butler, I have a duty to support my mistress while she ventures beyond the scope of her naivete. She can be a handful indeed. Now then I must be off to deliver a meal to my dear mistress. She can be quite a handful indeed. And then, hello, cheerful lady. I feel bad for my family that had boarded such a luxurious ship, but it was the only one available. I think I'll make it up to them by recreating all the meals being served tonight. I guess I better start studying the menu. I'm gonna eat my ass away. I'm gonna destroy this waistline. Yo, what's up, sailor? On patrol, huh? You look lost to me. This is the stern of the ship. The Banquet hall and the captain's quarters are located here. If you want to head down to cargo hold, take the stairs at the bow of the ship. Hey, what's up? So, if you look at the mini-map, you'll see that this person has an exclamation point. That means you have to talk to him to advance. How are you doing, blonde girl? See, that blonde looks positively like reddish, but I'll accept it. Oh, why is he aboard this ship? My word, he always treats me like I'm a helpless child. Even if I find him, I don't know what I would say to convince him to come home. What am I doing? But Cutie Cat, how are you doing today? In World Pay, I haven't talked to you guys since last week, although World Pay it's been a bit longer, if I remember right. Some noble from Rome is staying in this first-class cabin. I'm getting real sick of this guy demanding that we bring him more food. Well, who does he think we are, his servants? Man, this sucks. Fucking bitch. I'm a nun.
Yes.
I've been traveling across the Gaete Sea, visiting different locales to spread the teachings of the church like a missionary. My parish church is based in Greek, which I've not returned to in 2 years. I'm sure the children there have grown so much, I can't wait to see their faces again, and hope they didn't die of dysentery. Hello. What do you want? You look suspicious. Not a thing. Hey, man. You must not be very busy if you have time to barge into random rooms. By the way, on your way out, make sure you shut the door behind you. Quietly. Okay. Bye. Gonna leave you to your ordeals. Oh, what's up, Dogie?
What's up?
Hey, how'd you manage to get out of work in the galley? What? Patrol duty? Sounds like the perfect job for you. I mean, we're still trying to figure out where to go for our next big adventure. You'll probably hear some interesting stories while we're patrolling this big old ship. Who knows, maybe you'll hear something that'll lead us to our next adventure. Let me know if you hear anything interesting. Bye, Dogie. You're a cool guy. Is there any... Okay, it's down on the D-pad. I'm working as security and patrolling the ship. And I got a whole bunch of... So basically, this game also has like a food system where if you eat it, you get overtime buff. Like, oh, for however much time 4 ticks means I get attack and defense up, and it also heals just base 2,500 HP. But the more time it lasts, the more rare the ingredients, essentially. And then there's also fishing, which I didn't really do very much of. Because I believe, yeah, so it changes based on where. So then you have, of course, the journal. So basically you have all the things that Cold Steel has, but in a more action JRPG oriented place. What the fuck? How did I miss so many? And then you have all the items and mats that tell you, like, oh, it was dropped by and recently found at, in case you need to go find it and find some more. And then you have all these, which tells you, like, oh, how much have you explored? Like, my exploration progress on my New Game Plus file was 99.7%. I don't know where I missed it. But currently, and this is harvest points because that travel is over. Currently, all my things have been reset, which is fine. And it tells me, this is really nice, because basically you're unlocking a map, and it tells you which things you found, like, 100% of. So, in, like, you use the Archaeozoic Chasm, I've discovered 99% of the map. And in Weathervane Hills, 95. So that's really useful. It's like, okay, where, like, I know I don't have the map complete, but where do I need to go to complete it? And this also tells you, and this is just really nice because it's like, okay, here's all your logs, here's total number, here's what you have, all in like one screen. And then you just get some of these. But yeah. So now I believe see, this is the thing. I also don't remember the beginning of this game very well because I didn't It's been a while since I played. I played this when I was like a freshman in... No, when did I play it? Played it sometime when I was in college. Talk to proud woman. Ah, the night breeze is a lovely change of pace from Rom's stagnant air. You look like you know how to handle a sword. Never mind. The night is so calm and quiet, and there are other things we could talk about instead. Hope your patrol finishes soon so you can relax for the evening. Thank you, nice lady. It's very nice. I'm a sailor. A real voyage begins at night when the visibility is nearly zero. I live a dangerous life. While the passengers are partying in the banquet hall, we gotta stay on our toes and do our job and not secure that rolling fucking barrel. Glad to have you aboard, Adol. You gonna secure this barrel? You're just gonna let it roll around? Because, let me tell you, one seems a lot less safe than the other. Just come over here. Is there anyone you need to talk? Hey, how's it going, Mr. Captain? We are en route to Sunyan Port, but it will be a few days before we finally arrive. If time permits, I would very much like to hear tales of your adventures, lad. In the meantime, continue your patrol. Yo. Hey, how's it going? I'm Adol. And then we got you.
The wind is getting stronger. Check our course. Set sail.
Okay, well apparently the wind is getting stronger.
Yes.
Oh, hey Adol! Thanks for patrolling tonight. The stars sure are beautiful, huh? Don't let them distract you, or you might stumble off the deck. I'm green-haired man. The breeze feels nice. Great weather and a clear, starry sky. Wait for me, my darling Crete. I'm coming home. Well, see you later. Now, where dost thou go? I do like how if you turn it and whatever, it's like, oh, okay, that's interesting. Well, there's a button to say point north. I expected it to point me north. It did not point me north. Okay, I think I... Hey, how's the security patrol going? No problem to report. Everyone seems suspicious. You know, everyone seems suspicious. Really? I know we have a lot of interesting people aboard, but I think you're acting a little paranoid. Looks like it's going to be another day of calm waters and smooth sailing. By the way, the captain has been looking for you. I think he said we were about to pass by something soon. He should be back in his quarters by now. Why don't you pay him a visit? I'll go see him right away. Sounds good, Adol. I'll continue my patrol for a little while longer. Yeah! See, generally, if someone says, hey, you want to immediately go there? It's more of a idea of just like, oh, I'll shoot you there immediately. Yes. Oh, nope. This way. Jump. Jump, 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 jump. See, that's one thing that I don't care for in this game, where it's like, I feel like I should be able to jump over this bar, but there's a hard wall here, so you gotta go around and over. And I will say the running in this game is a bit more loose. Like, it fights you a bit more, which is fine, because it's an action RPG, and it's not, like, Cold Steel, it's like immediately, if you turn right, it's like, boop, right turn. Whereas this one, it's a bit more, like, I don't want to say physics-based, but there's a lot more momentum. Ah, there you are. I'm sorry to bother you. I understand how busy you are right now. I just wanted to let you know that we're about to pass by it. You mean the Isle of Saren? That's right, the Isle of Saren. The sky is clear tonight, so you may be able to see the island's silhouette. The Isle of Saren is about 500 square kilometres. A mountain range roughly 2,000 mile high stretches across the island's center. Since we're about to pass by, I figured you'd want to see it. What the fuck?
Huh?
Huh?
What's happening?
I do like this system of pipes, where it's like, okay, you like, even if you don't know, he's speaking to a pipe, so you can figure out that there's probably, it leads everywhere, and people can talk back through.
I don't know, sir. We seem to have run afoul of something. Possible. We're in open waters. Assess the situation at once. Aye, aye, sir. We're quite a distance from the island. Couldn't be.
Oh!
That? Huh? What's going on?
Autosave? No! What's going on? We need to figure out what's going on. Bust open this door. Oh, it's a tentacle. Oh my god, it's a tentacruel.
At this rate, the ship will be destroyed.
Meh. Tentacle. I got suckers. Oh, dodge. Dodge, duck, dip, dive, and dodge. Mystery of the Gaete Sea. Tentacle of the unknown.
At all.
At all.
Take this.
Take this. It's a super badass weapon from the last game, probably. Icios Blade was received and equipped. Oh, oh. So basically, holding R1 lets you use your moves in that bottom right dial. And basically doing damage refills the dial more and killing enemies. So when you get really good, you just perpetually have those.
Aren't you a skilled one?
Yes, I am very skilled.
Wow, so dashing.
Whose voice is that? Whose voice was that? That woman's. She's... I was trying to think of it.
Nice work. I can always count on you, Adol. What was that thing anyway? Looked like a tentacle from some kind of giant squid.
Yep. Fuck! More tentacles! And if you saw me, I did a flash move, so if you basically do a perfect dodge, you get this thing called a flash move that lets you, like, it slows down time. And like all Falcom games, the music is really good. Oh no!
Oh God!
Yeah, where's your god now? None?
Someone help me!
Bye, bitch! It's a barrel! Fuck this barrel!
Oh, come on!
Oh, he just did a cool thing! Dude, he punched that barrel into pieces. That's impressive. No! I'm Adol Kristen and I'm falling into the water! No! No! I'm still falling! No! No! Now we have the opening. There's 2 moons in this world. Oh, I'm standard red-haired anime boy. Ooh, a tree. I wonder what's gonna happen. Ooh, look, a person standing in a tree. She has blue hair and looks very pretty and is on the face of the game. What the hell is that? It's a big flying thing. Ooh, cool city. And a cave. Ooh, majestic bird-looking thing. Ooh, Adol and blue hair girl back to back. Anime style. What things are more anime than people reaching out to the sun or running alongside each other? Or looking forlornly out into the distance? Nothing. That's what. I wonder how oceans work if you have frickin' 2 moons. Right? If you have 2 moons, wouldn't that make, like, ocean tides really weird? Because our moon already pulls and pushes and pulls the tides quite a bit. So, like, having 2... I'm curious as to what that would do. What the hell? Look at all these people. All these characters. It's almost like it could have been an anime. I mean, I don't think that was ever the plan, but I mean, would have been pretty tight. Oh my god, look at these guys fighting. And you get a nice idea of their weapons. Yeah, Slash, I'm a sword boy. Yeah, I just figured might as well watch like this. Mostly just because it's like, I'm probably never going to watch it ever again. So, might as well. Ys 8 Lacrimosa of Donna. Chapter 1, The Isle of Saren. Now let's go. Let's do it. Almost an hour in and we finally got the title card. Yeah! Oh man, I'm Adol Kristen. There's a crab. Hey, Bumbleclat. You got to put the smackdown on that freezer. Ooh, it's a tree. Where am I? Where am I? I am Adol Kristen, and I'm thinking to myself, you seem to have washed ashore on some unfamiliar beach, narrator states. Well, man, there are no signs of other people. All you can hear is the gentle sound of crashing waves. And it sucks that you lost your goddamn super sword from the end of the game. Well, might as well pick this thing up. Among the debris that is washed ashore, you found an old sword sticking out of the sand. Will you take the old sword? Of course I'll take the old sword. Adol obtained and equipped the rusted sword. It's rusty. Hey, motherfuckers. It's a dog. Literally just a straight up dog wolf looking thing. Oh, I just sheathed that. So I can't remember if there is a lock-on system. Yeah, but I can one-shot things. So journal, help. Let's do this. Basic controls. Attack and lock on. Press X to attack. That's square for me because I think I changed that. Press triangle to lock on to a target. So that might still be the same. Press L1 to evade. Use it to avoid dangerous jump and dive attacks. Press circle to jump. Circle is my cancel, I think. I think I switched that. I would have to check. Skills overview. Use those. Using skills, damage types. Breaking, extra skills, advanced tactics, whatever. Actually, advanced tactics. Flash move, flash guard. Activate by pressing R1 to block an enemy attack right when it connects. You'll gain temporary invincibility and your SP and extra gauge will fill. All your attacks will be critical hits for a short time, but which is on the right. Flash move. Activate by pressing L1 at the right moment to evade an enemy's attack. You'll gain temporary invincibility and increased mobility. So it's like you want more damage or you want a lot fast move. So it's R1 and L1, and I think you can actually do them both at the same time. Adol learned a new skill during the fight. You need to be on your guard here. Set your skills just to be safe. Skills. So basically, I have That's one thing in this game. Like you get moves, and they each have a level based on how many enemies you've killed with them, and that's it. And they have, in every level they go up, they get better. So I have you on there. So I generally use like the wide range ones, but I'll do this. Might as well put it on. Look at that rusted and chipped ass sword. Like, holy crap. You've been adrift so long that the exhaustion is starting to set in. It's dangerous to stay here. Continue on ahead. Oh no. But yeah, then they have just this sick ass traveling music. And as you can see, my map is already basically explored. But it shows you where you haven't seen or what hasn't been mapped based on this like opaque lines. Okay, so that is that. Circle is definitively not jump for me. Square is attack, X is jump, and I think that's because I changed it. So if I do this, there we go, skill finish. So when you get skill finish, you just get a little bonus. I believe it fills up the gauge a bit more to use more skills. So we're gonna have fun. Oh man, what's this? Huge fallen tree blocks your path. It doesn't look like you'll be able to move it. I just want to check some items. List. I think. Yeah, adventuring gear. So, basically, I was curious to know if this would carry over. This thing basically lists everything that you have received ever, and tells you how many of that thing you currently have on you, which is pretty nice. Like, I'm not gonna lie, that's pretty cool. Maybe not the most useful thing, but at least it tells you if you have it or not, which can be useful. But I was curious to know if these key traversal items would go. Like, these allow you to climb, ivy, these give you light, these let you walk on water, jump twice, those things. I was curious to see if I would keep those. You don't, which is fine, because I imagine that would greatly break the game. But as you can see, there's definitively fishing spots, because this is a Falcom game, and Falcom games always have fishing. I honestly think it's an addiction. When in doubt, add fishing. Hey, look, it's water. Oh, I'm gonna drink some of this water. Adolf found a clear water stream and drank from it to quench his parched throat, which each sip he took, Adolf's exhaustion slowly washed away. Delicious water. Oh, it's been so long since I've had water. Let's continue on ahead. Die! And then you got these drop things that just tells you real nicely what drop what, and then you can cancel that. And this game basically has these collection points where you just attack and you get leaves and other like items. And that's what those are on the map. So in case it's like, oh, this one area, this one thing drops, this one item you need, here you go. And if I just do this, bam! Yeah, and because I'm New Game Plus, I am able to do a lot more things that new people would not be able to do. So basically the big yellow gauge, that fruit looks delicious. Big yellow gauge is your special move, whereas the small thing on the left is the is your individual like quick moves. But I can't really think right now as to how to use that special move. I think it's clicking on one of the sticks. But I would have to test that. Oh, look, a cutscene. Where'd you get the towel?
Who's there?
Oh! He hit that high. Like, that thing did a lot of flippy tricks. Oh no! Tits galore! Ha ha! See, this is where Reen got luckier than Adol.
Why must men be so...
Because at least Reen, he got to motorboat Elisa. Whereas he just possibly saw tit.
disgusting, tactless, and so domineering too?
I literally walked in silently.
Just like him.
My bad.
There. I suppose I kept you waiting long enough.
Sup? You got them booty shorts going on, Laxia.
We should introduce ourselves at least. My
Who's-
name is Laxia of House Roswell, a noble family of Garden.
I think I'm gonna have to change the mixing because I feel like the background music is a bit too loud for the voices.
The ship I was traveling on sank, and I was cast adrift until I came ashore here.
Same.
Now, who are you? Judging from your garb, you must have been a sailor aboard the Lombardia.
I'm Adol Kristen. I'm actually an adventurer.
Adol Kristen. You say you're an adventurer? Don't try to fool me. I narrowly escaped that disaster with my life. As a member of the Lombardia's crew, you need to tell me exactly what happened out there.
Fuck if I know. They're about the giant tentacles that attacked the ship. I'll tell you about the giant tentacles that attacked the Lombardia.
You said your name was Adol, correct?
Yes.
So, you're telling me that these giant tentacles attacked and destroyed our ship?
Yes. Exactly, and I fought them.
Expect me to believe such a bizarre story?
Well, bitch, what else are you gonna
How
believe?
big a fool do you think me to be?
What purpose do I have to lie to you?
Oh. Wait a minute.
If I look at you from the chin up,
Deceive me? Why do you remind me of...
yeah, still holding underneath the chin.
Grr, I'm a bat.
Beasts? When did they...
When you were getting dressed.
Just leave this to me.
No need. I don't need to be protected by the likes of you.
Shing!
I, Laxia von Roswell, shall enter the fray.
It's like she's introducing herself for Smash. So that's the thing. So basically each enemy type has their own kind of weakness. You can see it's like weak to what? Weak to slash. So you get a bonus if you use that type. I forget what the how to skip person button is.
On guard!
Oh, circle. Okay, so circle is switch person. That's how you're able to kind of take advantage of weaknesses like that. You just hit circle, and it's like, okay, I'm attacking this guy, he's weak to that. Hit circle, go to person that has that attack type. Because that kind of follows over from, like, Cold Steel, where it's like, oh, Reen has a slashing weapon, so he can, like, certain enemies will get, like, super stunned if he slashes them. Whereas Fee has gun, and that's different. It's like Pierce. So they carry that over, but into a bit more gameplay relevance. I took you for an ordinary sailor, but your swordsmanship is rather impressive. Clearly it was no accident that you managed to parry my attack. Thank you. I wasn't complimenting you. Based on our current situation, this area must be the territory of those beasts. Let's relocate somewhere safer, Mr. Kristen. Mr. Christine. You seem to know a lot about beasts. Huh? I'm just speaking common sense. Let's get one thing straight. Given the circumstances, a temporary alliance is our only rational course of action. But I don't trust you, not one bit. Do we understand each other? Good. Then let's stop wasting time and get moving. Loxia, join the party. People of Journal and everything. Okay, so now we can come over here and give you good stuff. So just pop that. Half SP cost. Yeah, so you can't stack stuff that gives the same kind of bonus, which is kind of unfortunate, but it's fine. So she has this, which just reveals all of her midriff, and this is apparently a scholar. Pretty lady. So I like how pretty lady is just blue as opposed to anything else. And then glasses, but I don't need those. I'll just remove those. And adult exclusive, cool fencer. I really like this. Like, this just looks so cool. Yeah, like that, and save. Overwrite that save. It saves so fast. It's so nice. Games that don't take forever to save are the best ones. Let's pop this. Do that. Because might as well level up their moves while they're still going. Rapid thrust, sure. Brave charge is already. See, one thing I don't like is it allows you to put the same move in multiple slots. I would rather if they didn't allow that. Arc shot. Skydrive. Brave charge, yeah. What? Why are you poisoned? Oh, because one of the freaking items I gave her poisons her, but gives her a freaking boost, doesn't it? Yeah. So, it gives poison, but it... Yeah, so I believe I can... Flashguard time, based on gain extra when attacked up. Extra gauge. HP absorb. Oh, these are real good, honestly. Resist all status. Says accumulation all status effects. Resist bleed. Oh, is there any null poison? Doesn't seem like it. So I'm gonna take that off. Adds freeze. I'll just put those on because I don't really want her to be poisoned. And I'll put that on you, and then I'm fine with skill damage not going, but I'll put that on you. So those are really useful because I believe it's for every time you kill one thing, you get a skill point towards it. With like if you kill something with a move, you get one skill point towards it. And this is really nice because it tells you what way you came in. Let's search somewhere else. Yeah, and as you can see, me just doing that, like I get enough skill back to just spam the low cost moves, which is really nice. So I believe I actually need to come over here. Oh, but yeah, you'll see that she's level 82, he's level 83, but his health is a lot higher in terms of max, mostly due to what I have done. Yeah, I have to come over here. Yes, let's move 5 feet to the left and I'll be out of the beast territory. This place seems a little odd. Let's search the area and see if anyone else is here. Lexi has left the party. Autosave. Calm Inlet. A giant crystal stands before you. Its presence seems to soothe your body and soul. Adol's health is recovered. Yeah, so basically this is just walk by it, heal. Walk by it, heal. Which is really nice. Wish more games had that kind of system where it's like, instead of having to, walk around, walk up to it, interact with it, and then get healed, this one's just like, touch it. Good, you're done. Looks like some driftage washed ashore. Red meat times 3. Oh yes, let's trust that red meat from washed up chest. Is it cooked red meat? If not, seems a bit suspicious. Ah, beautiful. Oh, so beautiful. So beautiful. It's true. So one interesting thing about this movement system is I'm pretty sure the sprint jump is the fastest mode of transportation. So you're just jumping everywhere. Cave seems to go on forever. There are no signs of anyone inside. Maybe search elsewhere for now. Which is kind of what makes it kind of annoying. Well, kind of makes it kind of. It's what makes it annoying when you're not able to jump over certain things. Because you're like...
An ocean as far as the eye can see. Where on earth are we?
Because it's like, I am easily clearing that railing banister. But I'm not able to jump over it because wall.
Hopefully there is a settlement nearby.
Hopefully. Yes, a settlement. On this deserted island. What a gorgeous view. This is no time to be taking in the scenery. Have you forgotten that you're the one of the sailors who is responsible for this debacle? Other crew members or passengers may have come ashore on this island. Come, let's look for them. If anything, it's the cabin's fault for even coming close to the island. I've searched the area, but there doesn't appear to be anyone else here. I did notice, however, that this area is surrounded on all sides by rocky cliffs. This place seems pretty secure. Like a home base or something kind of thing. Indeed, this place is remarkably well fortified. Given the absence of beasts, this may prove to be a suitable location for a base camp. My word! My word! What word? Oh, what a bird, bird, bird. Bird's the what a bird, bird, bird. Just now, I thought I saw someone walking by over there. Oh, what a bird, bird, bird. Bird's the word. Oh, what a bird. Let's find out who it was! Indeed, whether it's a castaway or a native, we stand to learn something either way. Let's pursue them at once. Let's do it. Let's go. Let's go. Time to kill. Time to destroy. Time to maim. Yes. So one thing that is, I don't want to say unfortunate, but having the entire map is, I may not know where I need to go, because when you're playing a game through the first time discovering the map, one of the best ways to figure out where to go is, where on the map haven't I been? But that does not hold true very well for me, because I have left the entire map discovered. Which is fine. And you can't use moves unless you are in combat, so basically if you have your sword out. Dude, look at Adol. He's got some freaking ups, man. Like he's jumping essentially his full body in height and more. That's insane to me. That someone is able to just jump their full body from a standstill. Just like, whoop! Like a freaking gazelle. What is this place? This cave runs deeper than I expected. What, you scared? Of course not. Who do you think you're talking to? Let's just hurry up and keep moving.
Of course I'm relieved to see light.
And those give you special meter. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to come to options, sound.
Let's go! Let's go!
Playback. Set active voicing. Yeah. Yeah. So that's better. Because while the music is lower, you not only have to hear me talk, well, have to. Not only am I talking, the characters are also talking, especially in cutscenes. So don't want to have it be too quiet, or else the voices will be drowned out. This place looks like it's been lived in. Do you think someone could still be living here? I doubt it. Looks old. Walls cracked. I agree. This hovel seems too dilapidated for anyone to be living here. I wonder how long it's been abandoned. Oh, hello there. Ryoku Kulnamo. Ryoku Kulnamo. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. Nice to see someone in chat. You know what? In response to your emotes, I'm gonna get in here and pop some myself. Just lower dab. Ugh. Perhaps there's a clue here, waiting to be uncovered. Let's look around, Mr. Kristen. Christian. Okay. This is like Cold Steel, where it's like, oh, we need to follow the hints. Okay, where are the hints? On the mini-map? Okay, there we go. Heal potion. Got some nummy potions. This is going to heal the hell out of me. This seems rather old, but maybe we can still use it? Yo or Yoku is fine. I'm good. Just happened to find your channel while looking for East streams. Ah, nice. And that looks like Neptunia. Maybe Nepgear? Has 2 on the sides, so I'm pretty sure that's Neptune. Had to get real close to see the emote. But nice. So I'm guessing you like Ys, because this is my second time playing my first Ys game. Because Ys 8 was my first, because I was like, hey, it's coming out. I might as well play. I've heard good things. Really liked it. So it's been a while since I played it. Since it basically came out on PC is when I played it, and because it got that patch in like January, I figured, hey, might as well put that on the list and people vote for it to play. So, playing it. Eventually, I'll probably get around to playing the other Ys games. Like, I'm pretty sure I have Oath of Felghana in my Steam library. So, I'll probably play that at some point in the future. Is there anything inside? The barrels are empty. Fuck. I should have gotten my hopes up. Yeah. Ooh, it's a sword! I love swords. I'm a sword boy. This seems rather old, but it might still prove useful. Mr. Kristen, why not use this sword in place of that rusted one? And I'll discard his rusted sword and equip the short sword. Why don't you just keep the rusted one and dual wield? I've been a fan of the Ys series ever since I happened upon the SNES version of Ys 3 Wanderers from Ys at a video rental store. I was a kid in the early 90s. Damn. I was born in the mid 90s, 96. So I have I remember going to Blockbuster a couple times, and then it went away. Leather armor times 2. Good thing I don't need that. This is quite old, but that all said, they would equip the armor anyway. Bitch, I ain't equipping shit. I got the Shining Chronos. See, I find it interesting that they let you keep all the body equipment and stuff, but they take away your weapons in New Game Plus, like, regardless. And I'm fine with it. I don't care that much, but I just find it funny. And there surely is a thing that nulls poison, because that's too good to not. But I don't have it, because I probably chucked it. This is a mom and pop rental store when I was living in southern New Jersey at the time. Hey, New Jersey, okay. Massachusetts. There doesn't appear to be anything else of use here. We still haven't found that person I saw outside, so we should move on. Now we have a potion. Now we have a potion and other thing. Oh man, you guys look tough. Excuse me while I just... Excuse me while I just combo the hell out of you. Okay, run around. Hey, how's it going? I do like spamming moves. It's just so fun. Because New Game Plus playthroughs of games are just really fun because you're able to just rock on people like you weren't able to originally. And it's just a nice experience. And this wasn't the type of game that I wanted to, like, start over again, because I'd already played it. The E-Series is a lot of fun in my opinion, though I can admit the older games in the series can feel a bit drying, seeing that the E-Series has gone through different eras of combat systems. Okay. Yeah, it really just comes with age, because Falcom has been around for a while, so what happens is, you know, you get new iterations every time. It's like Cold Steel and the Trails games, where the old ones are on PC, and they look and feel different. Like, the grid system is different than the Cold Steel system, and it can be jarring going back. And that's what kind of threw me off of Trails in the Sky. I didn't... in 2022, East would be at its 35th anniversary. Damn! So they're probably going to be working hard on dropping a East game, because East 9, was it Nostrum Rex or something like that? Came out in Japan, and it's getting a localization at some point, although I don't know the date on that. What do you suppose that is? It's a person. Ah! Who on earth is this? I don't know. A decayed corpse rests against a boulder. Based on its tire, Adol suspects that must be the remains of a pirate. Whoever this person was, they must have died many years ago. But why were they here to begin with? Well, they must have been pretty alright. Revive medicine. That's ironic.
On guard.
Oop.
Let's go!
Allow me. You won't escape. Ready? Impact!
Switch!
Switch! I like how he just straight up yells it, like, super loud. Switch! Thought that was a thing. Falcom did announce that they are working on a new East game for the 35th. Some people are hoping a remake of East 5, Lost Kefin, Kingdom of the Sand, which is the only game in the series timeline that is yet to come to the West and takes place just before you say. Okay. So that's the area that they're talking about, which is... And see, that's even funnier that this game talks about it in that way. Oh, damn, I went backwards. Because it's like, oh yeah, we're coming from here and going to there. And so, even if you had played all the localized games, I guess it still wouldn't have made complete sense to you. Which is funny.
My turn now!
My turn now! Walking away. Just Christopher walking away. Oh.
Did you see that? I'm certain that was a person. Come, we must catch up to him.
Also, the sword Dogi tossed Adol at the beginning of the game is also a reference to East 5 as well. Yeah, I imagine it's the super sword at the end. Like, the final weapon you can get in that game. Which, Nocturnal Lord, by Fterzi. By Fteriza. Pronounce that however you wish. Where it's like, oh man, look at this cool sword that I had at the end of this game. Man, I sure hope I don't... Oh, lost it. Well, great. Here's my new rusted sword.
If you intend to bar our path, then I won't hold back.
I am a bat. Ugh. Just styled on him. Did a perfect parry. Bam, 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 bam. Victory is ours, Mr. Kristen. Now then, we must resume our pursuit and follow that man. Perhaps he will lead us to a settlement. I'm not a tsundere baka. Shit! It's just more water! No! What the hell am I ever gonna do? There's no settlement here. You dumb bitch. Don't get discouraged. Pardon.
I'm hardly the type to
Yep,
get
Adol has a history of giving up / losing legendary swords of the coast for his 7-year adventurous history in terms of the East timeline. Yeah, because that is one of the things where it's kind of annoying where it's a new game every time and you have to kind of reset progress every game because it's you can't feasibly keep escalating further and further and further without it seeming odd. Like, yes, this legendary weapon, which was the strongest, I have now gone to a country over, and it is now the weakest sword. That wouldn't work in a realistic world-building sense. So you have to kind of take it away. You have to, oh, damn. Well, back to the beginning, my boys. I lost everything. Which is kind of one of the quote-unquote gripes that I would have with, like, Trails games. Cold Steel in particular. Where Cold Steel 1 and 2, it's like, oh, you start Cold Steel 2 at approximately level 80, level 70. Which makes sense, because you're ending the first game around there. But you don't have any of your equipment. Even though there's no reason for you to have lost the equipment. So you're weaker. Listen, MMO, and that's how it tends to work from expansion to expansion. True. But that one, they just raised the level cap. And they're like, oh yeah, we had new forging techniques. Whereas in a world like this, where it's all interconnected, if you had that, it would create essentially distinct levels of power that don't really make sense. Like, oh yeah, this country is just better because their forging is just straight up better. But yeah, with like Cold Steel, it's like, okay, the levels work, but then you get to 3 and everyone just gets reset to 1. Reen is at level like 5 or 7 or 8 or whatever, and the rest of the class is at like level 5. And it's like, that doesn't make sense. I was like level 200 at the end of Cold Steel 2, and now I'm weak as shit. And realistically, I should have only gotten stronger in the 5 years between, or the couple years, or 2 years between 2 and 3. This is bullshit. But you have to make it realistic, because Reen can't be in the party with the rest of the class if he's stupid OP, because that would just trivialize every encounter. So, there is an unfortunate give and take to the video game-ness of a video game series. I'm a captain. Oh!
Is that you, lad?
Oh, I'm a captain!
I'm surprised to see you alive and well. I've been searching the area for people, but I did not expect to find you.
You're...
Oh, Adol. Who might this be?
I'm just the captain of the ship. Adol introduced Laxia to Captain Barbaros and then explained what happened thus far. Oh yeah, and if anyone in the chat wants to vote on the next game, oh god, that's a long one. That went just out of screen. Yeah, Nightbot, follow me on Twitter if you want to know when I go live. But if anyone watching, if you mouse over the video player, go to Twitch picks, you can vote on the next game I play. Because I already have that. Example I was thinking of is FF14. In the story between Heavensward and Stormblood, your character is known as a seemingly unstoppable hero until you meet this one general at the start of Stormblood, whom your character can barely do anything except break the tip of his weapon. Ah, yes. Ah, yes, the unstoppable hero being stopped by Rando. Afterward, Captain Barbaros explained how the Lombardia sank. That's all I know about the sinking of the Lombardia. So everything Mr. Kristen said was true. My actions have placed my passengers in harm's way. I'm to blame for all this. You couldn't have known this would happen, so please don't blame yourself. I understand that you execute your duties as captain with utmost sincerity. You have my deepest apologies. Still, it's difficult for me to accept everything about your explanation. Do you at least have any idea about where we are now? From the looks of things, we seem to have washed ashore on an island. Judging from our position when the ship sank in the direction of the current at the time, we must be on a deserted island. The Isle of Saren, to be precise. Ooh, boy, this is exactly what I wanted. A deserted island? I've never even heard of this Isle of Saren. I'll proceed to tell Loxia the legend of the Isle of Saren. A cursed island? Could such a place truly exist?
I knew it!
No one sets foot on this cursed island. I never thought I'd end up here. We saw a corpse in the cave. Someone's using that cave for shelter. It certainly looked like a pirate's corpse, but that person may have washed ashore on this island same as us. Is that the fate of all castaways find themselves here? No, I'm sorry to cause you worry. But yeah, you mentioned Trail series. I'm currently working my way through them. Currently I'm working on Chapter 2 of Trails from Zero. It's a fun series. I still like East more personally. Yeah, see, the thing is, right? East and Trails are definitively different. They're made by the same people, but they're definitively different. This is an action JRPG. Trails is turn-based. And I feel like, regardless of if you like them, you're going to have a preference towards a certain type of gameplay a bit more. Like, I personally like Trails more, because I enjoy the turn-based. I like not having to think on my feet too much. But I still do enjoy this game. But you're playing Trails from Zero, so that means you're probably playing on, what, like the mod or the fan translation? Because I know that the fan translation added like a patch where you buy the official one from like the Chinese online one. You can patch it in. One thing they both have in common is that they have amazing music. Fan translation. Yeah. Falcom is somehow able to make banger after banger for every game, and it's some would say impossible, but they're like basically Nintendo level of professional in terms of music. Because Falcom and Nintendo are the only two like companies that could be like, you know what? Essentially every track I've ever heard from them, I love. And it's just like they've hit impossible levels of competency in certain areas. I'm just amazed. As long as I'm alive, I will continue to uphold my duties as captain. Like Laxia, there may be other passengers on this island, like the ones you met in the party. In any event, we need to understand our situation without a moment's delay. It's been going on even back during the start of the East series with East 1, in my opinion. Okay. Every survivor will need to work hard to ensure we all get off this island alive. Yes, I certainly hope so. Now then, there's no use standing around here. Let's be off. Out on the others retraced their steps and made their way back to the inlet. Ah, yes, perfectly defensible. Rocks. So, what do you intend to do now? Yes, about that. Since you're an adventurer, I was hoping I could enlist your help. You weren't lying. Adventurer? So you really aren't a sailor? I told you. No reason to lie. Excuse me while I just get some water. Ugh. I forgot how much talking I do when I play games. And freaking JRPGs have so much exposition at the beginning that you have to talk a lot. First, I would like you to find the other surviving passengers, like Loxia. It's more than likely that other passengers have drifted ashore onto this island. Some may even be women and children. We must act fast. Let's get started right away. Indeed, I'm counting on you. There's something else I need you to do while you search for other survivors. I need you to draft a detailed map of the Isle of Saren. I'm an experienced cartographer. Is that so? How fortuitous. No ships sail through this area, which means rescue may never come for us, so it falls on us to plan our escape, as we will likely be on this island for the foreseeable future. For that reason, we must learn all we can about this island for everyone's benefit. I understand. With a map of the island, it will be easier for you to search for survivors. Do you think you can help me with this at all? Yes, I already have a map. Aye, aye, Captain! That's encouraging to hear. I need to continue exploring the coast, but I'm considering building our base here. I'm also doing a replay of the East series myself in chronological order. Also, I'm doing the games that have been taken out of the official timeline. This includes the original two versions of East 4, Master Sun Dawn of East, and East 3, Wanderers. So there are games that have been taken out of the timeline. Like, what? Did Falcom just be like, you know what? Nah, those don't really work anymore. Which, that's quite interesting. Because most games wouldn't do that. Like, most games would try and do like a Zelda timeline where it's like, fuck. You know, this one's just in a path. Like, it's not a timeline, it's alternate realities. Where it's like, shit. This one doesn't really work unless Ganon won here. Okay, you know what, fuck it, Ganon won here. There we go, boom. It's like, wait, that doesn't work? Nah, there's 2 timelines. If you die in this game, this timeline happens. Congratulations. So that is interesting that they take them out. We're near base camp. We're going to be stuck on this island for a while. Captain Barbaros, what about me? It'd be safer if you remained here, Loxia. In times as desperate as this, are you suggesting that I sit idle and do nothing? I appreciate your honor, or appreciate your concern, but it would bring dishonor to House Roswell if I remained here. I will accompany this adventurer. When it was time for the 4th entry of the E-Series, Falcom outsourced the game to 2 different companies. This is what led to the SNES game, Mask of the Sun, and the PC Engine game, Dawn of Ys. Okay. So, Falcom just hired 2 companies to do 2 games? That's interesting. But, besides, a servant of mine accompanied me on this voyage and is still missing. I cannot allow someone to search for him on my behalf when I'm capable of doing so myself. This is because later on Falcom will make their own official version of the 4th game, which became the Vita game, Memorials of Celceta. Okay, interesting. Because I've heard of Memories of Celceta, or Celceta, or Calceta, or whatever, however it's pronounced. Calceta? Because it's probably a play on Celtic, right? So it's probably Calceta. Maybe. I don't know. Whatever. I understand. Very well. I will respect your wishes. Still, we do not know what dangers await us on this island. Do be careful. Thank you. We'll be off now. Bit aggressive, don't you think? Who's this servant of yours? Pardon.
My servant was a story I concocted to persuade the captain.
And Kakata combines story ideas and concepts from both Mask of the Sun and Dawn of Ys and adds its own twist on it. Okay, so they took the work, still kind of used it, but moved it around that way. There wasn't any like wasted effort, essentially, which is nice.
Now then, Mr. Kristen, who exactly are you?
Who is this voice actress? Like, what other part? Because I'm trying to remember who else have I played a game with that has had this voice? Because
You certainly know how to wield a sword.
Yes.
That much I will concede. But I've never met anyone so audacious, so frivolous, that he would introduce himself as an adventurer. You might as well call yourself a tourist or a sightseer. I won't tolerate anyone who speaks of adventure, as though it were some sort of life-affirming calling.
But it is. It is my calling.
Listen carefully, Mr. Kristen. I will accompany you, but only so that I may keep a close watch on you. Because you remind me of a certain individual whom I utterly despise.
That makes no sense.
Silence. And on top of everything else, you've also seen me...
Kira Buckland is the name of the... Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I've heard that name. Who else... Oh. See, the thing is, I'm absolutely... Like, if you tell me a voice actor's name, I'll be like, oh, I've heard that name before. But I can't place other characters. Like, what happens is like, oh, I know that character voice from this other thing. Or oh, this person also voiced this person, but I don't know the person's name. Never able to place that kind of thing.
Now then, what are you standing around for? Let us be on our way.
Let us away! She does Kyoko and River City Girls. Never played that game. Captain Barbaros, how's it going, my man? Captain, what are you doing here? It seems the Digitalis plant grows natively on this island. I thought maybe we could use it to make basic medicine. I see. It would be helpful to have medicine on us while we're exploring. Do you need any help? Ah, that won't be necessary. I just finished my preparations. All I need are the ingredients, and then I can make a basic medicine. However, I need to put the medicine in some sort of vessel. Mr. Kristen, I believe you're carrying an empty bottle. Could we use that? Ah, that would do nicely. If you run out of medicine, simply refill your empty bottle. Understood. Thank you very much. It won't be easy for us to escape the cursed island of Saren, but it's my responsibility to ensure my passengers return home safely. I'll do whatever is required of me to fulfill my duty as captain. This is the least I can do to honor the Lombardia and her fallen crew. And I need your help now more than ever. Please lend me your aid. She also did the voice for... Ah, that's it! Freaking Elise Schwarzer and Celine. That's who! Ugh. It was always funny when Celine and Elise were in the same voice acted scene, because they sound extremely similar. Like the way that she decided to voice the characters, or was directed to voice the characters, is quite similar. So when they're talking to each other, it's funny. A large empty plot of land stretches over the slope. There's no reason to go that way yet. Pop that. Save. Ooh, okay. So if I do that, party, active members, which is nice. You can see my XP is bullshit high. All my skills to pay the bills.
Allow me.
Let's go!
Let's go! Then freaking guitar kicks in, you're like, yeah, exploring. Let's start searching for other castaways and mapping the island. Can you show me all the areas you've been to thus far? Of course I can. Total explored, 99.745. Areas that adult visits will be automatically added to the map. Use the world map to view the entire island. If you want to view specific locations, use the area map. Now, where should we search from here? Judging by what you've already mapped, it seems this area is still unexplored. Yeah, sure it is. Go there. Shall we venture in this general direction? Yes. Quite unexplored. It's just beyond that opening. I'm not sure what lies beyond that point. Let's tread cautiously just in case we need to retreat. You can now use the map to fast travel. Excuse me while I, again, come over here. And the same way for English. You can economy. Yeah. I don't know why I decided to hold that message. Interesting. So it seems that freaking Nightbot or whatever did not like the term Bosch, even though that's his last name. So I had to allow the comment. In a way, it's the same for English version of Persona 4 anime, since both Yu Narukami and Adachi are both voiced by Johnny Young Bosch. Yeah. Yep. Oh, and speaking of Johnny Young Bosch, I'm pretty sure he does the voice for Joshua. Or he did the like battle lines and the voice acting for Joshua in Trails in the Sky, and they recently did a character trailer for Cold Steel 4, and they got him back. Like, so they and I'm pretty sure they got the same one for what's her name, Stella? I think the female lead of Trails in the Sky. From the map menu, you can fast travel to any crystal you may contact with. You can also fast travel to return to base. What's map? Is there a map button? And it's the same thing you try to use short version of Igar's name. Some Nightbots hate the name Iga. Yeah, I could see where that one might come in. So got this one, Water Drop Cave, all these things. Man, look at this map that I've totally not explored. Man, look at this. Look at this unexplored map. It's funny. What button did I use? It was left on D-pad. And then how do you... What's the area map? Okay, triangle when... Triangle zooms in and zooms out. Okay, well... Okay.
island might be larger than I thought. I hope there are more survivors.
It was fun getting 100% of this game's map, unlike so where even after 2 full playthroughs I get stuck at 99.3 and never the spots I miss. Oh, yeah. See, I had that kind of same problem with the Cold Steel games, where every game has this achievement where you get every chest in one playthrough, and every time I would miss one. Freaking, I had to replay Cold Steel 1 like 3 or 4 times to try and get that. And I would have like the item, the chest quartz on. It just would not behave with me. Like it wasn't even like a broken thing. Apparently I just kept missing 1 or 2 chests every time. Which is why I kind of wish that the quartz instead put like, or like the journal like kept track of how many chests you're supposed to have at any one point in time. Instead of like that was one nice thing about Cold Steel 2, where they added like the special chests and your journal kept track of them, and it's like, why don't you just keep track of regular chests if you can do it?
Oh, something's there.
I'm gonna finish
Oop, okay, so L1 and R1 is the special move. Figured it out. Good to know. Yeah, I'm probably going to do that accidentally a lot because, you know, you're holding L1 to go fast, but there we go. But let's come down here and move along. My one nitpick about playing first chapter and second chapter, now this year, is how I need to use a guide because there's stuff that you can easily miss because the game feels like you don't need to know that you have to collect books in the process. Yeah, that is one thing. Even when I was playing through Cold Steel 1 and 2 first time, I always made sure I kept like at least a quest guide open because they have the hidden quests in them as well. Because I also didn't know about the book thing. And I do feel like Cold Steel 1 and 2 make it a little bit easier because they have they have a shop where if you just keep entering and exiting, you'll be able to get missed key items like that. So you can kind of grind out those to get the best weapon in the game, but it's only 1 per character, which is kind of unfortunate. But usually the first playthrough will give you enough materials to get 1 or 2, possibly 3 of the best weapons in the game. And then every subsequent playthrough, it's a bit better because you're able to trade U materials for the shards that can be merged into the things to make the best item. The beasts in this area look especially dangerous. We must be on our guard, Mr. Kristen. I don't mind that part, I just want to be able to get them in the first place. Yeah. Yeah, being able to get them first try is a bit more important. Understandably. Not done yet.
Are these? Oh, what's right there? I wonder.
Ooh, doing 1 damage to me. Break.
Oh, something's there.
I do love how fast this game feels when you're traversing. For example, you say you need to do multiple lasers and get the best gear for the whole party. Yeah. Like, you can't get it all in once, which is unfortunate. But generally it's like, well, just always get the best thing for Saren wheat. Man, gotta love that ocean wheat. Shred! Yo, what's up, motherfucker? kill that thing real quick. Yeah, it does feel like a cock block when it's like, oh, here's the best thing for your character, but you can only get one, and you have 6 characters. Fuck. A large pile of bows is strapped to your path. Shore appears to continue on the other side, but we can't pass through here. You can't climb that rock? Fresh footprints trail off into the distance. These footprints might belong to a passenger of the Lombardia. We must follow them at once. I'm pretty sure this is where my game crashed several times when I was playing through it originally. Because that was one of the big things about the patch to this game, where it just made it so much more stable. Like, not only did it crash in what I think is a boss fight right there, it would crash during the boss fight, it would crash prior to the boss fight, it would crash after the boss fight during the cutscene. So the only way I was able to do it was skip the cutscene prior to the boss fight the boss, then skip the cutscene after the boss. And that was the only way I was able to get through that portion of the game, because it was just so unstable. Which was unfortunate. But luckily it was an early time thing. When I eventually get to East A, I plan on doing New Game Plus. This time going up to difficulty on Nightmare. The first time I played through on Normal, I ended up feeling like it was too easy due to my experience of playing through Memories. So I set it in East 7 multiple times, so I knew what I was doing and where it comes to flash guard slash move. Yeah. Well, once you get used to it, it's not too bad. I'm just doing Normal because, you know, streaming, you want to kind of push things along. At least in my experience, given that I'm only really able to stream currently on Saturdays, so it's once a week. So I want to make sure I can make progress in the games, which is why, you know, follow me on Twitch, Twitter, to know when I go live, because it's not exactly regular, because it's I might miss certain Saturdays, which is unfortunate. But eventually I'll move out of my current place and then be able to stream regularly throughout the week. But not sure on when that is. Hopefully it'll be relatively soon, within the next couple months. So, maybe. Something nearby is making noise.
What is that?
Hearing some big chungus.
What's making that sound?
Shh, keep quiet.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Ah!
That was...
Oh! Please! Please help me!
Sup, old man?
What in the... Who are you?
What in the what? Who the heffle are you? Well, personally, I feel that based on what you are comfortable in doing in terms of difficulty, I also stream myself most of the time. I also do Normal. Sometimes I have to do difficulty when it comes to games that allow me to use New Game Plus, so to balance it out a little bit. Okay, yeah. Monstrous beast of all degrees.
That beast. It looks like a...
A dinosaur? This creature seems different from any other beast or monster that Adol has fought before.
Come on! Right place, right time. This has got to be fate. Come on, kiddos! Help an old guy out already!
Must we really fight?
So, my man, attack me.
An opening!
There we go. Flash them! Whew! Tough boss fight. That was a tough boss fight. Good job, guys. We barely made it through.
Such ferocity. Could this, in fact, be...
Thanks for saving my ass. I don't know who you kids are, but I love you anyway.
You guys are good kids.
What do you think you're doing?
Slap. Why'd you slap Adol?
Sorry about that, little lady.
Still remember the early translation. It's cool that they went out of their way to rehire all the voice actors to revoice all the new lines again after the retranslation of the script from scratch again. Yeah, that Issei definitely was a bad foot to get on, to lead on, originally in terms of PC ports. Because wasn't Issei the first PC port NIS did? And if I remember right, and it's like, not only did you not do a real good job with the script, the game is buggy as hell and really unstable. Like, they delayed the game several times over, right? Even after they basically pulled the game from the market, which was crazy. But
Your words will
they've
more
gotten better
than
now. And in fact, I think Disgaea 5 is probably Nisa's best PC port from what I've played. Issei was NIS. First of translating Ys as a whole, since originally Xseed was the company that did all the previous ones. Yeah, that seems to be the weird one, where Xseed was doing all the Falcom games. Like, they were doing East, they were doing Trails, and then NIS came in and got East and got Trails, which was crazy. There's still people who wish Xseed was translating East 9. So from my understanding, at least with the Trails ones, the people that were doing the Trails translations left the company and were actually like working at NIS, or they were like hired by them to like contractors to work. So the way I see it, so long as the same people are doing the translations, like individuals, not company wise, it shouldn't hurt the end product too much. But it's also heavily understandable from a business decision, because NIS is able to do French translations, which for every language you're able to add on, that opens up the playability of your game to different demographics. So, the fact that XE doesn't have that capability makes them less marketable than other larger companies that are able to publish games that way. Oh, God. Got enough sand in your hair, or is that dandruff?
How uncouth.
You hear about Sky Games? There's all the chest dialogue. It was amusing reading all this. Yeah, where it's like, every time you open a chest, you get the thing, and then if you go back to it and talk to it, it gives you just like a sassy one-liner, or just like a funny line. But unfortunately, I think they took that out in Cold Steel, and I think they brought it back somewhat for Cold Steel 2, but that's only in like the special chests, which is unfortunate. That was Xseed's doing. Oh, so it wasn't even in the original game. So that was just added stuff that they decided. That's neat. That shows a lot of care and like workmanship, honestly, to go the extra mile to do something as silly as that. What's your name, old man?
Oh, the name's Sahad Nautilus. I'm a fisherman from the Grecian region.
Sahad. Am I saying that was oh, the chest just said the chest is empty. Okay.
I hopped aboard the Lombardia to head home after being away on a long job. Nice to meet you.
Adol introduced himself.
I'm Laxia. Laxia von Roswell.
Adol and Laxia. Got it. Man, all the islands and the gate to sea, and we just had to wash up on the Isle of Saren.
You know of it?
Of course I do. Growing up in Greek, my folks would always tell me, "You better behave, Sahad, or I'll leave you marooned on the Isle of Saren." Every time my pop threatened to dump me here, I'd get so scared I'd piss my pants.
Are you pissing your pants now, man?
So, where you're from, the locals know to avoid this place? Do they also know beasts such as this could be found on this island?
Nope. Well, at least, I didn't before today. Any ship what comes near the Isle of Saren sinks into a watery grave. Or so it goes. But no one really knows what this place is like. I mean, I've heard folks claim they came ashore here, but they must have been spinning yarn.
Have you figured something out, Loxia?
No, not yet. Anyway, we should keep searching.
Man, I got the worst luck. I found this on the beach. Ended up smacking that beast with it by accident. Right in the kisser.
I do like how he just uses essentially a freaking anchor as a weapon. Like, Jesus Christ, man, you have to be strong. He's one-handing it too.
Figured I could use it to protect myself, but it ended up landing me in some pretty hot water.
See, this is why you gotta double tap.
Look out!
Like, why would you not check to make sure you had killed it? Like, stab it through its eye or something? Like, why would you just... Like, oh, we seemingly knocked it out. Whew, good, it's dead. You did not make sure of that.
Scared the hell out of me just now, but this ending works for me.
I suddenly feel extremely fatigued.
You and me both, little lady. What was
Little
that
lady.
chasing me around? I'm surprised I'm still standing.
I'm still standing.
Oh,
Even if they wanted to,
Looks like I worked up
they
quite the
couldn't
appetite,
double tap the
too.
creature's story. Yeah, story-wise, they couldn't. Although, I feel like if you stabbed it through the eye, it could work. But, like, if you're trying to chop off its head, I could see story-wise why it wouldn't. But, yeah, they couldn't kill it. Because that one recurs. Like, that's a recurring boss. Like, it comes back later. Just in the overworld, I believe. In one area of the game.
say, how about you take me to your camp?
And feed me food. Sahad joins the party. Yeah, time to... Oh, new skills? Oh man, look at you. Yeah, Sahad is the character I probably used the least in my playthrough of the game originally. Because I didn't exactly care for his moveset and how he felt playing. But you know what, while we're here, might as well, right? Nope. Do that. Ooh. See, I kind of want to put those on stats up based on reputation. Up based on things slain. Gain SP when attacked. I'll just do that. Let's do this.
Allow me.
Leave it to me!
Switch!
On guard.
Yeah!
Switch!
Yeah.
Ooh, that. The game does not like you looking at characters moving sideways.
This is it! This is it! Not done yet! Oh, something's there.
Give me some wheat.
Go! Go! Yeah.
Yeah, arc shot mastered. and that's why it's important. I did use Sahad more than the gunner. In the end, the pirate generally uses Adal, Loxy, and Rakota. Yep, same. Though the accessories I'd mess with, Adal, Donna, and Ricotta at times. Yeah. See, I feel like the biggest... I don't want to say disappointment, because there's only 3 attack types, is I wish Donna was more like a pierce weapon type, so you wouldn't have an overlap of Adal, Donna, and Ricotta. Because I use Ricotta for, bash, and then I would generally use Loxia for pierce, and then Adal for slash, like as you said. But I would want to use Donna because she's like a main character. She's, heavily involved with the story of this game. Skydive, Blade Rush. Did Blade Rush is on already? Yeah, so I only have 3 moves not. So I am going to... I'm just going to equip this one. Might as well, right? Oh, yeah. There's an accessory that can add additional damage type on top of character's base type, and the drawback is that you lose out a stat buffs from other accessories. Yeah. Do that. We're going back to base camp, so I'll just... Nope. So I'll just... Oh, wait, no, I'm not. Story doesn't. Yeah, whatever. I'll go back to base camp. Anyway. Oh, no, we were going here. Might as well fast travel. You're back. Who might this be? You get them from the bonus dungeon that you can enter after beating the game once. Oh, okay. Didn't realize that there was a bonus dungeon. That'll introduce Sahad. You're the captain of Lombardia. Sahad, I'm truly sorry for it. Wasn't your fault. Huh? Judging by the current and the weather, that wasn't no ordinary sinking. I'm pretty sure them scary-looking tentacles are at fault for what happened. What we should be really worrying about is who those tentacles belong to. I really hope it's not the legendary Kraken. Anyway, I guess we can chalk this up to bad luck. I may be just a fisherman, but we men of the sea gotta stick together. Thank you, Sahad.
I hope this means more castaways are gonna start showing up.
Hey, it's Dogi.
Oh?
If you view the endgame portion of your previous playthrough, you can enter it from there. Ah, okay.
And who might you be?
I ran across him while I was searching this area.
So,
Hey, Adal! Looks like our bad luck hasn't quite run out yet.
who are you? Dogi, you made it!
Of course I did. I'm totally fine. It's gonna take more than some giant tentacles and a sinking ship to kill me. After the attack, I grabbed hold of some floating debris and rode the current till I washed up here. I swear, this stuff only happens when I'm with you. Never a dull moment when you're around.
You're welcome.
Still, that was pretty bad. Even for us.
How can they be so cavalier?
We're adventurers.
I guess that's what makes those 2 adventurers.
Does Dogi ever... it's
know
pretty
what
much the
your
present
deal is,
time version
but I
of
can
Donna's
already
Dungeon in the
tell
past.
I
Okay.
like you both.
Does Dogi ever fight with you? Like in any of the East games? Like, is he ever a party member? Or is he always just Adal's friend that is just story with him?
Adal, we've been through a lot today. Let's compare our information so we can plan our next course of action. As you can see, we now have the makings of a base camp in place, thanks to Dogi. The sun is already beginning to set.
He
Let's
said it
rest
was the
up
first
here.
and only time that Dogi was a playable character. Okay. Is East 7 like canonically like the first game? Or like, Because the East games don't chronologically go... Like, East 1 is not necessarily prior to East 2 or East 3 in terms of in-world story. Are you certain, Dogie? Yeah. I washed up on the beach just south of here, and I definitely saw another set of footprints in the sand. You don't think... It could be another Lombardia passenger. It's quite possible that several passengers have drifted ashore into this island. He says the current end of the timeline till East 9 comes to the west. Okay. Also, the footprints weren't that big. They could have belonged to a woman or a child. Oh, that's worrying. Yeah, I searched the area, but they must have already left. We should search for them at once, but it's simply too dangerous to explore an unfamiliar area at night. I hope they're safe. Let's search for them in the morning, Mr. Kristen. Something else I'm worried about is the monster that attacked you. All my life, I ain't never seen a beast that ferocious. Based on your account, that beast may be indigenous to this island. I can't believe something so large and aggressive could be lurking here. Beasts like that pose a real threat to us castaways. If there are other passengers on this island, we gotta find them and bring them here. Fast. Yes. We should fortify this area to better defend ourselves. Do you know something? No, that's not it. Starting tomorrow, I'd like you to oversee the development of this base, Dogie. Sure thing. What do you want me to do exactly? We need to build up our base so the castaways can be safe until we escape. We obviously need shelter from inclement weather, but we also need a place where we can store food. Eventually, we'll need to build a facility where we construct the ship we'll use to escape. Wow, you're serious about this. Sounds like you want this base to become a regular castaway village. Rename the area. Indeed, I think you're the perfect man for this job. I'll assist you in any way I can. Just leave it to me. I can't wait to get started. The East Island currently goes like this. East Origin to East 1 and 2, to Memories of Seta, to Oath of Felgana, to East 5 Lost Caffin, Kingdom of Sand, East 8 Lacrimosa Donna, East 6 the Ark of Nafishtim, to East 7, to East 9 Monstrum Nox. That's it, Monstrum Nox. That's weird. That's confusing. I'd like you to continue drafting the map while you search for the other passengers. Perhaps tomorrow you can expand the scope of your exploration. Adol nodded. Still, knowing monsters roam this island, adventure or not, I must admit that I'm worried for your safety. Much as I'd like to join you, Adol, I gotta take care of things here. In that case, I'll go with him. That beast may have got the jump on me, but I'm a good tracker and pretty damn strong, too. I see. Then please accompany Adol. What about you? Are you gonna go with Adol too? Yes, I will. Welcome aboard! And all these games take place in a 7-year span. Adol starts East 1 and 2 at 17, is currently East 9. He's 24. Man, he has had an eventful life. I wonder how much downtime he has between each game. Because this game only spans like maybe a month, right? The timeline of this game, like he probably only spends like a month here, maybe. It's probably most likely less. In East 8, he is currently 21. Dude, he can finally get a drink. Now then, I think we should all get some rest. We have a long day ahead of us tomorrow and plenty of work to do. Thank you. Chapter 1, The Isle of Saren. Finn. Oh. Come on, back in the barn, everyone. Yes, you're such good boys. There's a 2-year span between 8 and 6. In 6 and 7, he's 23. Okay. So, in 6 and 7, it's the same year. Jesus. Adol hears a girl's voice that he does not recognize. Is this a dream? Ah. What's the matter, Donna? Father, people are coming to this valley. Another vision then. Yes, its hue was crisp and clear. I think they'll be here tomorrow morning. Donna, are you? I'm okay. I personally decided to do this. You don't need to worry about me. I'm fine. I understand. Still, I wonder who they are. They didn't look like people I know. They were wearing robes and riding carts pulled by big beasts. They're probably not merchants either. They never come this way during the rainy season. I wonder who you saw. Each one and two take place right after each other and is the only pair of games that people will say to not play out of order. That's why they're often sold together. Okay. The Temple of the Great Tree. Are you getting Fairy Tale game? I'm probably not going to get the Fairy Tale RPG. I watched the anime, read the manga, and I understand it's going to be, an original story? But at least that's what I think I remember hearing it's going to have, an original story element. But I'm probably not going to get it. Although I should probably see, what kind of gameplay it's going for as well. But I can't say I like the Fairy Tale IP, I guess, enough to, dive that far into it. The hallowed origin ground before the great tree of origins, where the maiden resides. Then Donna is. Yes, your daughter has been blessed with outstanding essence. We've come to escort her to the temple. Oh, but this is so sudden. Yes, we understand that. However, as you're no doubt aware, your daughter was chosen by the Oracle. I know. We can't refuse. Father, I've decided. The house is visited by the messenger. We are said to receive blessings afterward, right? And... Chapter 2! The Castaway Banquet. Oh boy, I love banquets. Ooh, man, made a hammock in a day. Good morning. Why do you look so tired? I had raging morning wood all day. I had a weird dream. A weird dream? I guess even adventurers get the occasional nightmare. We're supposed to search for more castaways, remember? That's right, let's get going. You mean right now? But before we go, there's something I'd like to show you, Mr. Kristen. While I was out for a walk this morning, I found a crate that had washed ashore. Inside, I found some clothes that looked to be your size. What kind of clothes? They're well made and look appropriate for exploratory excursions. They're gimp suits. Please, come this way. Aw, yeah. I was already wearing this shit. What do you think? These clothes are certainly more durable than a sailor's uniform. They're whatever. Thanks, I like them. Gotta compliment the girl. Please, don't get the wrong idea. Given the circumstance, I merely thought we should use whatever we find. I don't want your dick or anything, Baka. Anyway, I still haven't seen Sahad this morning. Let's find him so we can begin our search. River. I like how you can still spin him, even while he's on the ground at the end of his roll. He just break dances on his back. Yeah. Okay, system save.
My turn now. Let's go. My turn. My turn. Foot. My let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Hey, how's it going, you guys?
Oh?
Hey, it's that old little lady. Where'd you find that getup at all? A special gift from a special someone. I just found it on the beach. Please don't make it sound so weird. Anyway, what are you two doing here? Sahad and I woke up early feeling pretty hungry, so we came here. I gotta eat breakfast and take a dump afterward, or else I get all antsy. Excuse me? Would it kill you to behave like, with a modicum of modesty? You know, like a proper adult? Rumble, tumble, 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 tea. What's the matter? Feeling hungry too? Sounds like you got a healthy appetite. How dare you? That was most definitely not me. Mr. Kristen, apologize at once for making such a vulgar noise. I'll, be more careful. It's fine, as long as you understand. Gotta make every move possible to get into hammock with her. Anyway, we're definitely gonna fall behind if we head out on empty stomachs. I got a lot of heavy lifting to do. I'll see what to do about our food situation first. Say, Sahad, you're a fisherman, right? Think you can catch us some fish to eat? Huh? What? Who do you think you're talking to? I just gotta scrounge up the right tools first. But yeah, I can make that happen. Well, that settles it. Why don't you head to the beach with Sahad and catch us some breakfast? In the meantime, I'll get a fire ray so we can cook a catch. Must I really go too? I've never caught a fish before. Don't worry, I'll teach you how to bait a hook and cast a line. Remember, if you want to eat, you gotta fish. Very well then. Oh yeah, one last thing, Adol. I've prepped some facilities in the village that might help you out. Facilities? I just found an anvil. It floated up on shore, you know, like anvils do. Well, I guess they're not facilities in the usual sense. Still, why don't you check them out before you head to the beach? Yeah, we can check them out. But we gotta be faster, else Aloxia's stomach is gonna keep rumbling at us. I always said that noise didn't come from me. Oh, Dogie. Captain Barbaros is walking around. Say you want to check out the area, so I guess I can try to have breakfast before he gets back. Why don't you head to the beach and catch us some fish? On your way, make sure you check out some new facilities, too. Sam, this is where Dogie is storing all the village's materials. There's a note here. Let's read it. Materials in the warehouse belong to everyone. Help yourself to anything you need, but don't forget to replace it with something of equal value. Management, Dogie. Reminds me of the old-timey trade system. I'll bet this'll come in real handy. So yeah, so you're able to trade basic items and rare items between like rank items for other things. So it's like, oh, do I want a sturdy bone? Trade in some light bones. Do I want a beautiful flower? Trade in some small leaves. Those.
Yeah. Yeah. Switch.
Switch. Examine. A hammer and a rusty anvil. What's this for? Maintaining our weapons, not cooking a tasty meal. True, we might be able to do some minor upkeep on our weapons. Oh, I get it. Simple but helpful. All we need to maintain our weapons are the proper materials. Materials? Oh, that reminds me, I found this near the shore. Iron ore times 5 obtained. This might come in handy. If you have time, let's try it out. Okay. Ting, ting, ting. Just doing this. Level max. Yeah. Ting, bloop. Ting, ting. And then I'll just leave him at that.
Leave it to me. My turn now.
My turn now. What are you? It's bulletin board. Dogie and the others must have set it up. Is there anything else on this island that I need to talk to? Nope, just fish. There we go. I don't know, the others went to the beach and used the drifted to make improvised fishing rods. From there, Sahad began to teach them how to fish. With waves this calm, this is a perfect day for fishing. Alright, let's catch us some fish. Where do we even start? Typically, you want to find a spot where there are lots of fish and cast your line there. Isn't spotting fish easier said than done? Lucky for us, there are lots of fish swimming around this island. We don't gotta look that hard to find them. Look, over there. Check it out. 3 fish right next to each other. Is that? Aye, those are fish shadows. Means there's fish gathering near that spot. Might even reel in a big catch if you're lucky. If you ever want fish, keep your eyes peeled for signs of fish activity. That makes sense. One more thing. You can't fish without bait. Bait times 10 obtained. Obviously we need bait. I just wish it wasn't worms. Fish tend to like local bait, you know, nearby critters and such. Just do a little exploring and you'll find a whole bunch of them. Anyway, experience is the best teacher. Come on, let's do some fishing.
Look at all the fish.
How do I fish? Well, let me... So it's asking me.
All right.
Ah, there it is.
All right.
So because I'm doing New Game Plus, it doesn't have any of the whatchamacallit, the tutorials active.
No good.
Damn it.
There.
I can't remember how this fishing minigame works.
I got one.
Okay, it's a mash game.
Awesome.
Awesome! Yay. Thin hide, sturdy bone, white meat. Oh, I've got a bite. Huh? It's stronger than I expected. I did it! Look, everyone, see what I caught. I mean, I'm just so surprised that I was able to catch one. Not bad. You're doing pretty good for a beginner. I think you two got real potential. Really? I can't explain what came over me, but it was rather enjoyable. You guys can keep those rods. Use them whenever you get the fishing itching. Also, it would be really helpful if you guys could record every catch you catch. Especially if you get a craving for some grilled fish. Fishing rod obtained. Looks like we caught enough to make a hearty breakfast. Yes, I believe we finished everything that was asked of us. Let's return to Dogi. The fire should be ready by now. We gotta go. Sup, Dogi? Welcome back. Did you check out the facilities? They'll come in handy. You mean it? I'm glad I got them all set up. How'd the fishing go? See for yourself. Wow, nice haul. I'll start cooking them up right away. But how should I prepare them? You know, we don't got much to work with in terms of seasoning. We have to make do with the natural flavors of the catch. In that case, I'll whip up some fish soup. As for cooking utensils, I'll just have to whittle some wood and use that. Make sure you don't chuck the bones. We can use them to make a hearty broth. Oh, great idea. Do you know how to cook too? I'm decent at it, I guess. Oh, I see. You don't know how to cook, Loxia? Ah, well, I guess it's not that surprising. Sorry, I'm just used to servants preparing my meals. And this is a great opportunity. This recipe for soup is so simple anyone can follow it. Why not use it to practice your cooking? How considerate of you. Thank you. Receive recipe for fish soup. But I'm stuffed. What'd you think, Loxia? Is your stomach finally full? Yes, thank you. I was wondering how we'd feed ourselves on this island, but I guess that won't be an issue for us. Now then, Mr. Kristen, we should begin our search for the other survivors. Ah, that's right. You better get a move on that all. But before you head out, you might want to check in with Captain Barbaros. Good idea. He just came back, so I know he's around here somewhere. Sorry, I can't be more specific. Okay, he's probably up there. That's one thing I do like about the Cold Steel map, where it's like, if you go to Minimap, you're able to, it at least puts like a face, and it'll be like, oh, this is that person here. It's a bird!
Good morning, everyone.
Morning! Morning!
Huh? That bird just talk at us?
It appears to be some sort of parrot.
Seems awfully domesticated. It does, though I suspect it's simply unafraid of people, having lived its entire life on this deserted island. I thought you could prove useful if I taught him some simple words to use. Oh, I see. He's pretty smart for a bird. Indeed, he has already learned basic greetings, so I suspect he comes from good stock. He needs a name, though. Speaking of words, my daughter just started talking on her own, too. Oh, that's sweet. Wait, you're what? You have a daughter? Huh? Of course I do. And let me tell you something, little lady. My wife, she's every bit the beauty you are. Really? For some reason, I'm very curious to meet her. Well, if we get out of here alive, you can all come and meet my family. Now, my outsiders come to visit, so it'll be a real treat for them. I'll keep that in mind. You got any little ones, Captain? Yes, actually. A young daughter, just like you. Well, I'll be damned. Sounds like we both got one hell of a good reason to get out of here alive. Indeed we do. By the way, Adol, there's something I'd like to share with you before you go. This is a board, and it has paper on it. We'll need a wide variety of materials to finish building Castaway Village, but Dogi and I will never be able to gather all the materials we need on our own. So I'd like you to help us by gathering the materials we need while you explore. That shouldn't be a problem. Materials for building a village, huh? So stuff like wood and stone? Actually, what we need will vary depending on what we want to build. So I've come up with a bulletin board system. That way people can write down what we need. If you ever need anything specific, just write it here for all to see. Got it. You should check the bulletin board whenever you return to the village then. That's all for now. Please continue your search for any other castaways. I'm counting on you. Okay, let's check over here. So, we need sturdy lumber. I'd like to build simple beds for us. However, in order to do so, I need you to supply the following materials. Let's improve our material inventory. Will you help me collect some stuff? Come talk to me first. Storage materials. Oh, you're going to accept my request? Perfect. Let me explain it to you. Boom, boom, boom. Alright, my request has to do with the warehouse here. As you can see, all the materials we can collect are stockpiled here. We have an exchange system in place, but some materials run out faster than others, especially materials dropped by beasts. It's hard to maintain our stock when some items are used more often than others. Think you can help me with replenish our stock? Of course. Haha, I knew you'd help me out, buddy. Judging by our current inventory, I only need a couple specific things. I need 12 murky mucus and 8 light bones more than anything else. If you can bring me those, I think our storage situation will be okay. Think you can get those items for me? Yes. Haha, thanks a ton. When you get all the materials, make sure you bring them to me instead of dropping them off here. Catch you later, Adol. Hey, what's up? Looks like you collect all the materials I wanted. Hand over the materials. Haha, thanks, buddy. I think I'll reorganize the storage area next. Great part about New Game Plus is you can do stuff like that. Thanks to you, our stock of beast materials have been replenished. Now there's more to offer in exchange for rare materials. Take this for a job well done. Beast Claw obtained. Good stuff, huh? When I'm feeling bored, I like to go for and flex my hunting muscles for a bit. Anyway, feel free to use the warehouse as much as you want. Counting on you, Dogi.
Yeah.
Right back at you, buddy. Just leave it all this to me.
Yeah. We did it.
Okay. Sup, bruh? Building beds. Ah, that matter. I'd like to build beds for the lodge. Can I trouble you to bring me 3 pieces of sturdy lumber? I'm in no great hurry, of course. Let me know when you have them. Oh, you brought me the 3 sturdy lumber I asked for. May I have them, Adol? Thank you. I'll start making the beds. Good thing we have a freaking carpenter in a captain. With the help of Adol and the others, Captain Barbaros was able to build beds for the lodge. Ah, beds. At last, we have real beds. I prefer fluffier bedding than this, but this should help us sleep easier. Good for you, little lady. But if you ask me, sleep on the floor ain't all that bad. Right at all. Hammocks are the best. True, hammocks do feel pretty nice. They do? But beds are obviously superior. How is this even open for debate? You two, I swear. We got a floor man, a bed lady, and a hammock boy. At least the captain is thoughtful. Thank you for being so considerate. Oh, there's no need to thank me. Why, I should be thanking you for gathering the materials and helping me build them. I don't know when you got the materials, though. It's like you just washed up on shore with them or something. It's quite all right. That was a nice change of pace for us. I must say, I didn't expect you to be such a jack of all trades, Captain. The framework for these beds is quite remarkable. Yeah, if I had to build a bed, it'd probably end up looking like a table with a blanket draped over it. Where'd you learn to do this, anyway? I've dabbled in many trades over the years. Carpentry, cargo loading, shipwright. Even now, my daughter still asks me to make furniture for her. You don't say. Glad to hear you and your daughter are so close. Thank you. Anyway, thank you for helping me with this. I'll do whatever I can to make sure everyone is comfortable until we get off this island. If you ever get tired while you're exploring, feel free to rest here anytime. We will. Thank you. Building beds complete. Wood shield obtained. I'll never use it. Jump! Okay, system, save. So, where should we start looking for other castaways? Didn't Dogie say something about seeing someone somewhere, or somewhere? My word, were you not paying attention? Sorry. Mr. Kristen, you remember where we're supposed to go, don't you? Let's head north. It would seem being terrible at directions is no obstacle to becoming an adventurer. Dogie told us he saw footprints on the shore to the south. We should consult our map as we proceed. Well. World map. Ah, yes, over here. Okay. Nice. So, do that. I should probably check the board to see if... No quest available. Okay. How... I think I can get to the south on this map set, right? World map. Yeah, because the only way to get in through here is there. Which means I need to go here. Means I should...
That brute looks
Okay, so I want to... Not that way. I need to go over and around. Yeah.
Oh, farewell, ye Spanny ladies. Boy, am I glad I ran into you kids. I thought I was all alone on the Isle of Saren.
Please be quiet.
Can you just shut up, you old man?
All fishermen so boisterous.
Probably.
I bet I can catch a lot.
Where? Where do you see? Do you see fish? Yes, you see fish. And you do a little fish catching.
I got one.
Mash.
Oh, it's
You caught rotten driftage. Well. Glad you took my bait.
Oh, something's there.
This probably isn't where I need to be, unfortunately. Oh, no it is, because I need to clear this. My word. Huh? Looks like this big tree is blocking our way. Like we can't climb over it. I don't think we can go around it. So we just gotta get this out of the way so we can head on over to the other side, yeah? By we, are you including me? Nah, you just sit tight, Loxia. Me and Ada will handle this.
Found! Red one! Found! At all!
Huh? Hey, little lady, knock off with that weird voice.
It wasn't me. The voice came from up above.
Wait a minute. Ain't that the parrot the captain was teaching to talk?
Indeed it is. I wonder, were you given a name at all?
Name? My name is Little Perro.
Little Perro? Perro-chan.
Wow, that bird talks good.
Little Perro. So, that's your name.
Little Perro. Messenger.
Messenger? What's it talking about?
Messenger. Tell you a lot.
I think it might be trying to say messenger.
I tell, get treats.
Huh? It just flew away. Apparently it needs more training to be a proper messenger. Oh well. Come on, Ada, let's get to work. Surely you could just chop up this tree. Working together, Ada and Sahad tried to move the fallen tree out of the way, but as time passed, the two eventually realized they just weren't strong enough, so they decided to return to the village when suddenly...
Hey, Adol!
Look! Little Pyro sent you to help us? Yeah, more or less. He's already proving very useful. In situations like this where long-distance communication is needed, he'll be invaluable. Gotta admit, I'm pretty surprised. Nice work, little guy. I tell everything. You thank me. Now, give me food. Considering that the captain has been training him, he's surprisingly rude. Sahad, salty, Loxia, scary. Huh? I think he might have picked up some new words when I was talking to him. I better be more careful here relaying a message I didn't mean to send. Perhaps we should all be mindful of that. Yeah. Anyway, is this the tree that giving you guys trouble at all? Yes, can you help us out? Of course, that's why we're here. Now that Dogi's on the scene, you guys have nothing to worry about. Let's get to it then. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I am going to save here, and I am going to end the stream here because I've been going for almost 2 hours, 45 minutes. I'm getting tired, voice is getting hoarse. So with that, that was stream 1 of East 8, Lacrimosa of Donna. So I hope you all enjoyed it. If you want to know when I go live, just follow me on Twitch, follow me on Twitter. I always post the Go Live link there. As I said, I only stream on Saturdays. And if you mouse over the video player, you should be able to click on Twitch Picks to vote on the next game I play. So, but that'll be in a while because just starting this one. So, hope you all enjoyed today's stream. Thank you, Ryoku, for joining. It was great talking about Ys with you. You're definitely a passionate fan. I like to see that in my streams. So, thanks for dropping by. Thanks for hanging out in chat. And WorldPay, it was nice seeing you again. And, thank you everyone else for just, sitting by and watching. So with that, hope you all have a very nice day, and will join me in the next stream. Bye.